It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
Because these are my prescription right here.
Uh-huh.
These are my prescription. So I was like, I meant to put them on already, but I can't really see without my prescription, so I just like to put them on in interviews just so that.
Oh, I feel it, dude. I used to have a pair of sunglasses that weren't prescribed, and I would have to put them on only like when I got to the destination, because I can't drive like that without those. And I'm already Asian, bro. So, so I drive like I'm a character in Family Guy, you know?
Right.
Good luck, everybody else.
Hit 5 cars before I get next door, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, it's kind of just been like that. Damn, yeah, I wish I could be pull off the shit that you pull off, man. You just kind of fucking
easy.
swaggy as shit. I look like an accountant.
Nah. Hey, it's cool too, though. You know what I mean? That's your swag. It worked for you.
It kind of is. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I like have always looked like this ever since the dawn of time. I used to be a thick boy too, so I lost some weight, but I still look like an accountant. But it's cool. That's kind of my thing. I'm proud to be what I am.
Hey, man, that's beautiful, man. As long as you love yourself, that's all that matters.
Yeah. You know what I like about you is that you really radiate positivity.
Yeah.
Ever since you've been like creating music back in the day, like you and HBK shit has always been like uplifting and positive. Let's just have fun, dude.
Right, exactly. I feel like that's you feel me? I feel like that's just, I don't know, that's just how I was raised. Like, you feel me? Like, just to have a positive outlook and optimistic, view on life. You feel me? So that's just how I raised, and then, I'm sure they was probably raised like that too. So we just put how we was raised and what we live through the music.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what a time. I remember I was slapping your guys' shit when I was going to Diablo Valley College. And, like, that was, like, it's burnt into my skull playing Blue Hunnets while, like, looking my fiance, my girl of 11 years in the eyes, like, during our first few dates. Yeah, we were slapping, like, Gang Forever, like, on our first few dates. So, like, your guys' projects have like, sentiment in my life, in my early life, dude. So shout out to you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Dude, I mean, and shout out to your success overall. Like, you the type of guy that could just post a video of you holding a bouquet of flowers from Trader Joe's and be like, hey, this is a reminder to buy your girl or your mom some flowers, and that shit will pop off.
Right.
Keep baby with fresh flowers, or I will. Couple flowers a day, keep the fuck niggas away.
That's crazy because those videos have been going like viral for me. Like, they've been doing crazy numbers, and that's just like something I just normally do. Like, I just see like, because it's like on my story, if you look at my stories, I post a lot of things, like kind of the same things I do every single day. And it's just like, you feel me? I just want to start showcasing it. Like, I don't even know the word for it right now, but I just like to I'm on my influencer shit. You feel me? So it's like, I want to just, show like the cool shit. I mean, my lifestyle, I feel like I live an interesting life. Like, you feel me? Like, it could be interesting and it can be boring at the same time, but it's just like, because I just want to just like kind of like put guys on to things. So basically, like, my whole thing is like, I feel like it's not too many like positive mentors or like people who like, it's like people always gatekeeping, you know what I mean? And I don't want to gatekeep. I want to kind of put like everybody up on game who follow me to let them know some of the cool things to do, what I'm into, what's this, what's that, how to do this and that, and navigate through this and that, just from living the day-to-day lifestyle,
And it's because you're so many things too. That's what makes you relatable. You're not just a rapper, and you are on your influencer wave as well, but you're a designer, you're a father, you're a guy that likes food. And so I think that's the shit nowadays that people want to see. Right, exactly. With this short form content on Instagram, they want to see like, oh shit, yeah, of course I know Kool John's music, but I want to see him fuck up this burger, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, I think it's just like interesting to see like what makes a great person, why a person think like this, why a person move like this, why like how does he interact, what made him start making these type of decisions and stuff like that. And for instance, like somebody like Kobe Bryant and stuff like that. Okay, what did he read? What did he do? What is he into? All the stuff. Take that, apply it to my lifestyle, and then try to just show other people how it works for me and what I do on a daily basis and how I've learned from like the greats and how I apply it to my life, and show that to other people who might not have access to like the research that I do or the rabbit holes I go through these type of people that I take the game from and apply it to my life to make me who I am.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. And it's important that you do this because you have a platform, you have the influence, especially here in the Bay Area where what you do, what people see, especially if it's radiating positivity, that's going to rub off on them. And then that shit's contagious and that shit's going to spread.
Exactly.
Already, like in we've been kicking it for about 15 minutes. Like I can tell that y'all are just some cool ass cats, right?
Yeah, right.
Like we could just kick it. Like it's different when... Because I've interviewed a bunch of people and like I've interviewed some people with like clout, and it sucks when your perception of that individual doesn't necessarily match the actual person-to-person interaction. Because at the end of the day, we're just human, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and like I think what you're showing is like, hey, you're being a good ass human, dude, and like you look like a great friend. Not only are you a great artist, like you're a good dad too.
Right. And that's what I feel like it goes back to what you're saying. Like I'm many things, you know what I'm saying? Like I have my hand in so many things, and I love, and I've been exposed to so many different things, and just setting up challenges for myself and stuff like that, and just applying like everybody who I looked up or idolized blueprint to my life and trying to see what works for me, and then with that I just try to just show on a daily basis like, yo, it's cool to read, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to give your girl flowers. It's cool to be a rapper. It's cool to, you know what I mean? Keep it player and all these type of things. I just try to give off tips. My whole thing is to try to give off tips to influence like young guys who follow me. This is like, you know, flowers or this, da-da-da. You can get flowers for your girl right here for this, that. You don't always have to go to the florist or that. Hey, this is the type of lotion you should be using, or this is the type of deodorant I use. Try it out or something like that. And I'm into like trying so many different things that I just want to just give off the tips to anybody who's just interested in the things I'm interested in. You know?
Knowledge is free. It is free. It's up to you to pick and choose what you want to apply. But if you got it, why not spread it, right?
No, for sure.
You're right. The world is full of gatekeepers right now, but for what, dude?
Right. I'm just trying to break down the gatekeeping because even some people, they even DM me like, man, you letting people know too much. You're giving up all the secrets. But I'm like, man, somebody got to do it. You feel me? Somebody got to put the youth on the game. Somebody got to, you know what I'm saying? Break down those gates, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody be gatekeeping all the like cool shit. And it's like, they can just come to my page and get all the info and all the knowledge and everything. You feel me?
When you were growing up, was there someone in your life that laid down a blueprint for you so that you could navigate successfully in the way that you did?
She like my mom.
In what ways?
Well, she was always a positive influence. Always said, you can do this. Always was motivating me to like, you know, go after what you want. You know, that she always support me. I seen her from her life from, you know, she was driving, we broke down van to saying that she gonna get a truck, put TVs in the back, she got a Lexus truck, put TVs in the back, put Lex Lady on the license plate. She took me to when she bought a new house and I seen it get built from scratch, and like my mom would just, you know, tell me her stories and how she would like have got to this point, and you know what I'm saying, showing me that anything is possible when she apply herself. Like she ended up going back to school, getting her master's degree. So my mom was really an example of like resilience, you feel me? So and seeing her journey through life, really I just adopted that, you know, that mindset, and that's just what made me who I am. And then just being like interested in so many things, rap and music, I kind of looked at like, you know, the successful people, the moguls, like the Master P's, the Jay-Z's, like and then looked at what they did to become successful, and I just tried it. You know, some things worked for me, some things didn't work for me, but I watched a lot of TV and read a lot of magazines and books and interviews. So I just took everything that I liked about people and tried to apply it to myself, and if it worked for me, I kept it going. If it didn't, I just stopped doing it.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what you remind me of? You remind me of like those guys in movies where like the main character has lost his way and he doesn't know how to like navigate the last part of the movie, and then he runs into like this wise dude that's just, I don't know, that's just chilling outside, you know, of his porch, And you're just like, yo, man, you look like you're down on your luck. Let me just give you some game.
Yeah, for sure.
That's something I could see. I mean, like, it's cool because that contrast of like living this life, this rapper life, but also like having the wisdom of how to navigate life gracefully, you know?
Exactly.
Like, you the type of guy that says, like, I could take your bitch anytime I want.
Right.
And then also say, man, I applied the best characteristics from my idols into my life to be the best person that I am.
Exactly.
Is the dopest contrast.
Nah, for sure. I'm just like a mesh of hella just positive things, like good things, you feel me? Like, I take the good out of everything. Like, you feel me? The positive for everything. No matter what the situation is, I look at the positive. I take the positive out of it and try to apply it to my path. So, you know, I really have an optimistic view on life. You know what I mean? So it just, you know, I don't look at the cup half empty. I always look at it as full. Half full. You know. So when you have that view on life, it's like you're like a master, like a lot of yourself. Like, I mean, I'm not a perfect person. Of course, there might be times I know I have flaws too, but it's at the same time, it's like in any situation, I'm taking the good out of it. I'm using that shit as fuel to become better. So I kind of embrace bad things happening. Like, it only makes you stronger, only makes you
have
greater.
to,
you know.
man. And especially like with what you've been through, like, you know, a few years ago you were shot 6 times, and like I've heard you talk about on some interviews. And what's interesting to me about it is that like you're not even mad necessarily outwardly at the of course you are at the people that fucking did it, but like I remember you vividly saying like, I'm mad at myself for having let it happen. You know, and that's such an interesting perspective. But like now you gotta have your head on a swivel at all times, because when you do kind of have like a name for yourself, or you have things going on, or if you are just a man of success, you have something to lose. And so now like it's just interesting that you had that kind of wisdom in that shitty of a situation, you know?
In certain things, you got to just put certain systems in place, you know what I mean? Once you make it to a certain level, because now you are a target now. Now you are somebody, like you say, now you do have something to lose. And, you know, there's a certain way to go, but not say that every situation works. But if you go along the line of the things to do, to protect yourself, you know, you're going to avoid a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you try to skip those steps, you know, there's certain consequences. Some of you live through, some you don't, you feel me? I'm happy that I made it through it. I got to live through it as a lesson, and I didn't have to, you know, I didn't have to lose my life over, so.
And you also said in an interview that like, it's not that, and you're not only living for yourself, you're living for 3 girls now, right? Damn, dude, 3 girls. The universe just gave you 3.
Right, 3 girls, man. I call it the Kobe curse.
Dang.
And I love Kobe too. I really love Kobe. Like, I love the mama mentality. I got it tatted on me. Like, I love it. But it's crazy. Like, before I even had kids, I was like, damn, like, that's the Kobe curse. You have all girls. Like, you know you want a boy so bad, and this guy just keep giving you girls. So it's just like, and I feel like it's certain people, like, you have to be a certain type of man to have all girls. You know what I mean?
All of them be girls is a crazy
like,
thing.
And all of them be there and be there for your girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's a certain type of mentality like you get, like, you feel me, having all girls, and then be able to just, if you're a person who's trying to excel in life, your mind is gonna be like rewired, like, because you got girls, you know, you have to be like a certain type of caliber of man, you know what I mean, and an example of a man that, you know what I mean, so that you gotta, and there's like certain rules you live by, and you see that only in like girl dads. It's something I noticed about girl dads who are there for their kids and their kids' life. They just got nothing but girls. They're a different type of dude, every single last one of them.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's what I hear. I mean, I've had people on this podcast before who, on the outside, they're hardened and like they are toughened by life, but they're fathers. And then I asked them like, how did fatherhood specifically of a daughter change you? And they're just all like, man, it made me soft. And I'm like, I think it's just so interesting that it gives you that trait, because I know that I want a daughter. I know that if I could have 3 daughters, I'm cool. I grew up with hella women. But since I want that, I'm probably going to get 3 boys.
You know, for sure. I wanted 3 boys. Like, I was just always like, I wish I would have 3 boys. And it's crazy. Like, I already had like their names in my head.
Wow,
and
really?
stuff like that. And I ended up having 3 girls.
Damn, dude, one right after the other.
And it's like, it's like somewhere deep inside, I knew I was gonna have girls, even though I wanted boys. But I was like, it just sounds too good of a story. Like I don't know, it's just crazy. Like it's just crazy, just how I be thinking sometimes, and I just end up being reversed. Like damn, 3 girls. Like wow, this how and I accepted it.
Did you ask the doctor? If for the gender, or did you just like find out right there and then? Did you have like a gender reveal party type thing?
I asked for it. I went early to see if we can before, like when you can know way before like the baby shower, or like you can, they'll let you know because you could tell by they caught like for what they told me it's like a little bun.
Yeah.
So if they see a bun, it means that it's a girl. So we went early just to see how early, you know what I mean, before the gender reveal and everything, and I was deep down inside because the first growing, I knew I wanted a boy, and I was like, dang, it's a girl. I was like, okay, cool. I had a niece before. You feel me? Like I didn't really like. Well, when I was younger, I used to be like, I don't want no girls. I don't want no girls. Hell no, I'm gonna have all boys. I don't want no girls because it just seemed just so scary to raise little girls in these times, you know. So my sister ended up having my niece. So then my niece being around, it was like, it's not really that bad to have a girl, but I still don't want my girl. I'm gonna have a little me, like you feel me, little Kool John. Boom! I ended up having another girl, and then the last one, I'm like, what's the odds? You feel me?
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, what's the odds? Okay, 2. I got 2. Okay, the third one gotta be a boy.
Yep.
We went early. He was like, it's a bun. I said, wow.
Damn, dude. 3 for 3. Maybe you should have just gone to the casino instead. You know, maybe you could have gone 3 7s, 3 7s and 3 girls. You kind of got that luck, man. The rule of 3.
3 strikes, you're out. I'm done. I'm cool.
No more? You don't want no more?
I'll fuck around, have another girl, be mad all over again. But I love my babies and stuff like that. I love my daughter and stuff like that. But it's just like, man, that's like a blow. Like, you know what I mean? So I know, that's what I call the Kobe girls. I know you like want your son, your little junior. You go, whoa.
Yep.
Boom, another one, a girl. Boom, another girl. You keep trying, another girl. It's like, damn, you gonna keep going?
Dude.
He kept going, another girl.
Boom,
it's
boom,
like,
boom.
damn, this is how my life is going. I'm like, man, I just accepted I'm a girl dad, and I just love it too. But it don't change me as a man. Like, it don't change that man. It just make you want to be like that nigga, him for your kids, for your daughters, to be something to brag about, for someone to be proud about. If you have that type of pride as a man, you know, and a father. So it's like I gotta be on my shit. Cause I want to be able to give them what they need. I want to be able to be there for them. I don't want them to ever hear me tell them no, I can't do this. Yeah. You know, with a son, you can be more like rough and tough with them. But your daughters, you gotta be there for them. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta spoil them, stuff like that. But they're precious, you know what I mean? And you gotta protect them and be the first one to spoil them, get them one, and you want to make them feel like they can count on you. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm just trying to be that for my kids.
With your daughters, like you are the first man in their lives. You set the template of what a man is and what kind of men there are in the world, in this scary ass world, right? And so for you to set up that kind of example is a beautiful thing, man. And that's what makes me excited. Like, hopefully, dude, I make this joke of just like if a boy pops out of my girl, I want to put the boy back in, shake her like a magic 8-ball, and hopefully it comes back out a girl, you know? But I'll be cool with whatever. My grandparents, they have 10 kids. So I know that's a lot. They get wild in the Philippines. They've had like 2 boys at first, and then 7 girls in a row, and then 1 more boy. Can you imagine 7 girls in a row? That's many, dude.
I would have been sick. But I feel like back in the day, it was like having kids was like almost like a flex. I feel like, like because my great grandpa, he had like 8 kids and stuff like that, and it seemed like his family had 8 or 5 or, you know what I mean? It was like a large amount of kids. I feel like not too many people are having that many kids no more. It's like so expensive to have that many kids. And I don't even know how they did it back then. And like, you know? So
dude, I hear stories about like, you know, when my parents had my older brother, they're in their early 20s. When I was in my early 20s, I was fucking around.
Right,
like exactly. I could not even take care of myself. How am I supposed to take care of an infant? You know what I'm saying? It's nuts, dude. And I feel like back then, having kids was a flex because, especially like in the Philippines, in that kind of like impoverished country, like you are creating workers.
Right, exactly.
It's straight from the womb to the store. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
exactly.
You cut off the umbilical cord and they're right behind the cash register right after.
For sure. Like it was like, yes, exactly. You was having workers and stuff like that. They had jobs to fill. Like,
dude, jobs that like they still had placenta on them, bro, and they were working jobs. What were you like as a kid?
I was like me, I was just very like my mom exposed me to a lot of stuff, like as far as just like books, reading. I was interested in sports. I was very curious as a kid, like it's just like a lot of things. I love music, I love sports, I love reading, I loved like I was into church. My mom had us into church. I was a very active kid. We was in after school programs. I grew up in a rec center. Like my mom put me like art classes and always try to put me in sports and try to keep me active. You know what I mean? So I was very like a hyper kid too. Like, you know, so that's another one thing why she tried to have me involved in so much.
You had hella energy.
I had hella energy.
Rowdy.
I was hella energy. I was like the worst. I was the worst student you can have in your classroom, literally.
Why? What's the type of shit you do in the classroom?
I can like this talk, laughing, being a class clown.
Yeah.
I was like that like my whole high school, like really. Like I was always getting sent to the office. Always, my mom always getting called to come pick me up from school.
Yeah.
All the shit. I was bad in school. I was like a class clown. I'm gonna say I was bad, like getting like kicked out of schools and stuff like that. But I was just more like a class clown, disruptive, all type of stuff like that. But I had a love for like sports and music and stuff like that. And I was like a daydreamer. Always like just thinking about what I could become, what I wanted to do in life and stuff like that, and just always not paying attention. Like, yo, snap out of it, like type stuff like that. So I was like, I was like that, like just really hyper and like a dreamer and like always kind of. I say I was multi-talented. I could do a lot. I could do a lot of things. I was playing sports. I was in art class. I was in church choir.
Damn.
I was doing acting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like doing plays and stuff. Like I was just always just interested in so much stuff. And my mom just tried to just let me she just wanted me to sign up and do anything I can. I was just really just active as a kid.
Damn, dude, that's dope. And like you're applying that to a lot of the things you're doing right now. You love music. You do music. You were in art class. You're a designer. Look at that shit. Do you think young John what do you think he would think about if he were to like peek into the future and see what you're doing now?
I think he'd be happy, because I exceeded my expectations.
Wow.
Of what I thought I was going to be. Like, coming from Richmond, there's like no resources for nothing creative. Like, I feel like when I was growing up, like I wouldn't even know where to start if it wasn't for like Love Ranch and I Am Sue. If I wanted to do music and they was already doing music, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like I was like, it's just like, I was at the point where I was like, I'm gonna just get a job at a refinery and just, I had my older cousin working there. He getting the money. He got his own place and stuff and could get his car. I'm like, I'm just gonna work there and stuff like that. I felt like my dreams were so out of reach from where I'm from. It was just like, it was no even chance of even making it. Like I didn't think it was like possible. Like, I didn't know nobody personally who did music or rapped or like, you know what I mean? Like until I was like, until I met like Rance and I Am Sue and stuff. We was all going to college together at TC. I thought my dreams was unreachable. It's like there's no way you get in there and just get a regular job and all this stuff. So me linking up with them and doing what I was doing, and we all linked up and put our powers together. It started a buzz, and I was like, seeing them move and seeing them do what they do. I'm like, man, this is possible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me give this a try. Yeah. Because I was up there, I was going to San Francisco State. Like, I was taking the college route, ended up going to CC College, doing my 2 years, ended up transferring to San Francisco State. And I was going for, like, film and communications. Because I was just, like, I didn't think it was possible. And I was just taking the college route and not seeing my friends, just pushing my friends. I was throwing parties and stuff and playing my friends' parties. And they music at our parties, and it was going up and it was turning up. And I just seen a lot of things happening through that. I was just like, man, this is possible, Yeah. So I was like, I ended up dropping out of, San Francisco State, and I ended up just applying my you know what I'm saying, my youthful years to, you know what I mean, to my dream, to entrepreneurship. So, and then, you know, it got me to this point.
It turned into what it is.
Right.
And I think the music really was a depiction of the lifestyle, especially for like college kids.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like garage party, house party type vibe. You realize how much your voice has played to youngins just throwing it back, bumping and grinding. Like, because of you, I was able to get some like good like physical action.
Too. A lot of people say that too. Like, man, I used to listen to you too much in college and high school or whooping.
Yeah.
I just be like, I'm just like, I'm glad I can make some type of impact. You feel me? Coming from my small city, like I'm just glad that, you know, what we did, you know, made an impact at some type of impact, because, you know, I'm just a guy just got a dream. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where to start. I'm just starting and just, you know, and it turned to what it is. And I'm like I say, I exceeded my expectations of what I thought I was going to be. You feel me? So
you were thinking
I'm
refinery.
happy. I'm really coasting right now. You feel me?
You're chilling, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, just showing flowers, eating burgers, and then having a good time.
Right. Going to museums and like, you feel me? And just exploring, you know what I mean? Just trying to show a light. So like right now, I'm just trying to show a light on my city, Richmond, California.
Yeah, dude.
I've been doing a lot of content from out in the city of Richmond, California, just to show that what our city has to offer. For me, I feel like we're super slept on. I feel like we got a bad, like, you know, name. You feel me, as far as violence and like, and it being so dangerous. So I just want to just show, like, you know, there's something different out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's a subculture out there. You know what I'm saying? That's really taking off, and like, you know, just trying to just show light on my city, you know.
And you do a good job of it. I remember when Shmop God was coming out, you were just making stops by all of your favorite joints in Richmond. And like, I thought that was so cool. Because I used to pass through Richmond all the time because my girl, her family used to live in Hercules. So I was always around that area, and I was always curious what was there other than Hilltop Mall, you know? I was like, I've been there a few times. Like, maybe I'll go check these shops around. But do you remember what you did with your first paycheck that you actually got from music?
I saved it.
Whoa. Damn, dude, you knew from the get. You're like, I'm not gonna.
I always just been smart with money and just like, I'm a saver. Like, I'm not the type of person that blow my money. Like, I'm really strategic.
Yeah.
With how I move and stuff. So when I was even at a young age, like I always was just smart with money. Like I started off hustling. I started off mowing lines and raking leaves to get money. So I had to stack to get certain things. Like I bought my own first pair of Jordans and stuff like that. My mom couldn't afford that, no stuff like that. So I had to hustle and stuff. So I had to appreciate and value money at a young age. So learning that, I ended up growing up with that same type of mindset. And I just always was a person who saved more than I spent. So it ended up last me longer. So I don't know. I just was always just smart with money. I never just spent more than I never bit off more than I could chew. You feel me? I was always strategic, even to the lifestyle I live now. Like I'm more like a Steve Jobs, like decision fatigue, like type shit when it come down to like dressing clothes and stuff. I kind of wear like the same thing and stuff like that, and like I don't really like frugally spend money like on stuff. Like you know, I buy what I really want, and I kind of have like a uniform lifestyle. So
yeah.
You know, I'm always just was being careful with my money and shit like that.
Dude, that's really good at the beginning of someone's rap career, you know? Because I hear a lot of stories like people just... I had Stressmatic on, and he told me his story with his first paycheck is hella funny. He said he pulled out the cash from the bank, laid that shit on his bed, and just laid on his cash like a cartoon character. And I think that shit's so funny to me.
Like, you feel me? Like, I'm like a hustler. So, like, I always kind of had my hands on money. Like, I always kind of, like, know how to deal with money and make money since I was young. So, it was like, I was always grinding, always kept a job or something like that. So, money ain't really phased me like that. Like, you know, it's times where I had 10,000, times I had 20,000, like at like 19, like, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Even though that's not... Back then, that was like a lot of money to have, but it's like now it's not. Of course, that's a grown man responsibility. It's not. But I always, at a young age, I would save up my money, have money to be able to do this. I always kind of like really had my way. So once I got more money, I just kind of just knew what to do to save it and just invest that into like my creative aspirations. You know what I mean?
That's a really good mindset to have very early on, dude. I remember when I got my first job. My first job was H&M, and I used that money like on the girl that I was dating at the time. And I was just like, shoot, if I could just buy this girl a smoothie from Orange Julius, then I'm cool. I did not have the mindset of just like, all right, Christian, invest this in something, save this for a rainy day. I had to learn later on in the hard way, I guess the Asian way, with like Asian father disappointment. Like, hey, son, this is how you take care of your money.
I feel like, yes, if you have guidance, you have somebody teaching you that, like I did. I had a mom, you feel me, who taught me, like, what I'm saying, about money at an early age and what to do. Like, and I just kind of took the advice, and then I just learned from like my idols and see what they did. And you just talk, you just take everything from a young age. I was very self-aware, like, you feel me? So I was, and I always, I always set goals. So it's like, I'm just strategic, like, you feel me? I'm not just like dumb when it comes to certain things, like, you feel me? So my mom is telling me what to do with money. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, you know what I mean? And she just always just like guided me. So I kind of really just listened to like her advice when it came to certain things. And I seen it work, and I just like, okay, I'm gonna just continue doing that.
Shit. So it wasn't until you built up enough money that you would actually like buy yourself something nice every now and then. Like you said, you bought yourself your first pair of J's.
Right, exactly.
What were your first pair of Jordans?
Well, my first pair of Jordans probably was they was the I think they was the were they the 12s? They were the first ones that was $200 that came in the briefcase and stuff like that. I think, was it the 12s? No, that wasn't the 12s. That was like what's the one that came with the briefcase and the DVD? Like it came out like 2002 or 2001.
Crazy. Wait, did you wait in line for that?
I think it was like a mild line. It wasn't really lines like back then.
Oh, wasn't too bad.
Like,
okay.
You feel me? That's before all the raffles and stuff. That's like 2001 and 2002. That was like probably like my like freshman year in high school.
Because it was like later on, like 08, 09, when people would be like camping out of like a
well, it'd still be crazy at like the mall for Jordans, but it wouldn't just be like no campouts like that. It'd just be hella people lined up right before they open and shit like that. And ain't trying to rush in and buy all the Jordans when it was like certain numbers, you feel me, when the patent leathers, it'd be certain numbers that it's like, it's definitely pandemonium at the mall, like, you feel me, for them. But it's not like high, then it started getting to the point where you had to raffle them and, people over camping out and all the stuff. Like, I used to go to like 510 skateboard and like bows and arrows, that in Berkeley.
Yeah.
And I used to be able to, like, it was a time where you can just go get SBs. That's when the SBs were really popular.
Yep.
You can just really just go in line, you right there and just get in line and go get your shoes.
Get
like,
it real quick.
It's before all the camping out. You can just pull up early in the morning and just go get them. It'll be a line, but if you pull up early enough, you'll be able to get your shoes. Now it's like impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. Anyone that buys them resells them for like 2 times, 3 times the price. And so like it's really a fucked up market now.
Right, for sure.
But like,
it's like I don't even want to get shoes no more. But it's crazy. Dude. Like at the store, you can just walk in and get some Jordans now. Like literally, like Jordans nobody even buying Jordans no more.
No,
well,
not
the
like
kids.
that.
Our age and up, they probably don't even care about. Well, my age and up, they probably don't even care about like really Jordans like that, unless it's super hype ones or some Travis Scott's type stuff like that. But I just walked in Foot Locker the other day. They had the Aqua Ace, they had the 3s, they had all that, the black, all the Jordans that just released in there.
Yep.
On display. I'm like, damn, nobody buying this?
Because they just remade a bunch of them. That's why. I think to get like one of the OG ones, you have to like run across it like at a vintage store, like the first edition type ones. I know some people that have paid crackheads to stand in line for them just to get some shoes, which is a crazy thing too.
And I feel like people not really flipping them like that. Like you say, like he dropped so many, like nobody kind of really cares no more. They already got a pair already, So, I still wear Jordans though.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, man,
sure.
they're still clean.
I'm still rocking Jordans for sure.
What were you rocking in high school? What were you dressing
Forces
like?
was like hella in.
Yep.
Yeah, Forces was
you had
hella
black
in.
Forces and white Forces?
I graduated in 2005.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
All right, you're 6 years older than me. That's. I'm in my 30s too, bro. So 2005. So what was in at that time?
Forces, jerseys, button-ups.
South Pole Echo. Were you wearing that?
Yep, South Pole Echo, Rockaware. Like the little airbrush shirts with the rhinestones on them started coming out.
Tall
like,
tees that would touch your ankles.
Tall tees. I think tall tees were just going out of style around that time. Like they started. People still were wearing tall tees, but I wasn't wearing tall tees.
Oh, you had upgraded.
Like I think like my senior year was the last time like tall tees was kind of like considered cool. Like,
And then after that.
know. But it was jerseys, all that stuff, headbands, like throwbacks, like Forces, Jabot jeans.
Were you wearing basketball shorts underneath your jeans?
Yeah, yes, sir.
See, this is like a thing that like, because I did it too, but it's not like I was anticipating a pickup basketball game out of nowhere. Why did we do that? Just
because
in case
the
we want
pants
to
were so baggy. The pants were just so baggy that we had on. You had to have a layer under it to hold your pants up the right. I feel like.
Did you have a belt on too?
Yeah, I had a belt on too. Like,
and that shit was still sagging.
We like skinny as hell wearing pants that's like 38, 40, like type stuff. You had to have a layer of basketball shorts to help hold your pants up and stuff like that. And if you're ready for and it was for you can use it for playing basketball too. Because around that time we was heavily hooping. So yes, we'll be able to be hoop ready. But me, I wore basketball shorts most of the time because it was like it helped me hold up my pants and stuff like that and keep because my pants would be sagging and falling down all day.
It's crazy that skinny people will buy size 38 and 40s. Now I'm just picturing like all these fat guys going to the store and being like, "What do you mean you're sold out of size 38?"
And that's how I usually was too. There's no small.
You're supposed to be like sold out.
Sold out.
Damn,
sold out.
Dude.
Completely sold out.
What a time. True Religion, Jabos. Man, I remember like because my brother's around your age, so he was wearing the clothes that were popular at that time. And so by the time I got to high school around like 2008 and 2011, I was wearing his hand-me-downs. So my shit was out of style for 5 years.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
When did you start designing clothes?
You know what's crazy? When I was younger, I used to always do little sketches and stuff on papers and stuff like that and stuff. So I just started really getting into it heavily till probably like maybe when I started making shirts and clothes and stuff like that. Shout out Daniel, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Budgie. They I work with them and they help bring my ideas to life. So I used to really just sketch down ideas and they'll digitize it and put it on the shirt and we'll go from there. And continue it going, and I made a lot of money with the Shmop Life brand, and then created a new brand called Fundraisers, and then so I said by 2010, that's when I really started sketching my ideas down and really trying to bring them to life. But since I was younger, I seen like Jay-Z, and I seen like Diddy, and I seen like all these rap moguls had their own clothing brand. So I thought that was really the blueprint. Like Dame Dash, all them I just thought they was Master P. All of them had clothing lines. So I was like, I want to also be the guy. My original idea was like I want to get a record label, have artists, and you know what I mean, and just be like a Master P type person. Like I can do it in front of the camera, I could do it behind the camera, I could do behind the scenes, front of the scenes, be super involved, give out my ideas and stuff like that. But I didn't know where to start. So basically, I was just trying to it was a time where I was just like, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna start the clothing line, then I'm gonna rap and do all this stuff and just see if it works. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's kind of the blueprint, though. Like, even with this, the most money I made from this podcast was merch that I designed. And it makes sense because, like, let's say, because distro does not pay out too much at all. So, like, what's something that people want, really? They want, like, the tangible thing. They want a Shmop Life shirt, you know? And that, like, every creative that I've spoken to, they said, like, yeah, I don't make that much from distro. But, like, every time I drop a hat, every time I drop a shirt, that's where the money comes in that you could invest into your art. And I'm like, that shit's dope.
Exactly. So that's what I feel like. I just took the blueprint from the winners and I just tried it, gave my shot at it. Do
you remember the first time you designed the Shmop Life face, the happy face?
Well, that was already an idea like from like my tattoo, like back in the day. This is like before emojis and stuff like that. I had like from I was trying to have a weed tattoo. So it originated from like trying to have a weed tattoo, but not have weed on me, whatever like that. So it was in Half Baked, their their brand was called Mr. Nice Guy. The strain was called Mr. Nice Guy. And they had like a smiley face with like X eyes and squiggly smiley and stuff like that. So I put this, I'm the one with the shades on. So I used to always wear shades. Even back then I used to wear glasses and stuff like that. And I just put the smile that on the face. And I was just like, I was just put Mr. Nice Guy. So that was like my kind of like little weed tattoo, like, you know, whatever like that.
Without having a full-on nug on
like,
your thing.
Yeah, full-on nug or a weed leaf or something like that. Because I love weed around that time. I was really into like weed, you know. I just wanted it, and I just liked this how it was like a brand, and it was like all this cool shit like with it to me. I thought just them naming it Mr. Nice Guy, because you think back like how weed is branded now, they was already doing it in half baked. Like they had the little packaging and the little smiley face.
Oh,
and
they were ahead of their time,
like
dude.
They was ahead of their time right back then. So that was just like my little weed tat right there. And then from there, I was like, if I always make a logo or something like that, I was like, I'm going to use like the smiley face with the shades on it. But I put the Shmop Life in the smile and stuff like that. And I feel like it just is, what is a more logo that's welcoming, kind of like everybody kind of like seen it before, you know what I'm saying? It gives off good vibes, and I feel like it represents me, you know, just like the smiley face with the shades on.
Yeah.
So that's where I went from there.
That's dope, dude.
And I just remixed it.
Yeah, it's dope that you're able to make like whenever someone hears the word Shmop, sees the word Shmop, they know it's you, right? It's like in a lot of your projects, it's get rich, die Shmopping. It's cool, man. And like even the parties that you were throwing back in the day, like you called them Shmop parties, right?
Right, Shmop Fest.
Shmop Fest is nuts, dude. Yeah. Talk to me about those days. Do you miss that phase of life?
To be honest with you, it was like a pure time in life. Like, damn, like, no, I don't miss it because it's like I'm loving the evolution and I like evolving and, you know, becoming, you know, greater, you know. But you know, it's a time, it's like a fresh time, you know, you 20, 21, you got the house to the neck, you feel me? Your friends are upcoming rappers and stuff like that. All that is just like, it's just a melting pot for like just the culture around the area that we're in. Everybody's coming through, having a good time, no fights, no violence. Man, it's like, it was like kind of like having a frat house, like in college, but it's like, so when I was saying like when I went to like Contra Costa, it was like it was high school all over again. Yeah. So it was a bunch of surrounding schools that was in the area all come to one like school. Like, so if you're in that district, the district that I was in, like Richmond district, you probably went to like CC College. You feel me? That's probably the closest, unless you want to go to DVC or, you know, some people wanted to get out the way and stuff, or they didn't want to see the same people no more. You know, but I was like, it's like high school all over again, so it was fun. So when we went there, I was going there with Love Rants, and I went there with I Am Sue too. So we were all friends hanging out together and stuff like that, and we'd throw parties. All of us would come, and it just be all of us bring our own like set of friends, and then we all end up, you know, becoming like a big like group of friends. You feel me? They should party all the time together. So it just kept just like getting bigger. It was like a snowball effect. It just kept getting bigger. Every party got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the music, I'm playing my friends' music, and their music is starting to get popular throughout the parties and stuff like that, because this was the first party that would play like Up and all these other like stuff like that. But it was so many people going to the parties, it was just catching on so fast. Like, you feel me? So once that happened, then that was the first song that blew up through the parties, you feel me? Through the Shmop Fest. But it was I used to play all their other songs and stuff like that. Rants and Love Rants and I'm Sue and Skipper, they used to make the songs. And it was a lot of people like Diligent, Young Bari, all them. They was like, had like a buzz, and they used to come to the parties and stuff like that. They either perform at it or I play their music through it. And it kept the party going and just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then, you know, they had their own buzz, so they ended up blowing it up. And everything was just a snowball effect at that time. And it was just so fun and pure and good times. And it just like birthed so much, like,
I think that was a blueprint within itself, because I see collectives try and do that now, you know, because in the early 2010s when social media wasn't what it was that it is now, I guess like the way to really spread your shit was to just like get all of your creative friends together, have their friends come, throw poppin' parties so that like their friends tell them to come to the next one, and then like they play the music, and then they like, okay, what song is this? And okay, I'm gonna start slapping your shit, and that shit blew up.
Right.
You guys were like the 2010s Bay Area Justice League. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you guys, it was like a drop in, drop out. Not everyone's gonna be in every single movie. There might be some cameos and whatnot.
Right.
You guys got your own projects,
exactly.
your own movies type thing.
Own movements, own motion. Like it was just like everybody was just catching fire at that time. Just
Yeah,
you
man.
know. And then like at that time, Thizzler came out. You know, so Thizzler that was like a big platform at that time for a lot of people outside of our area to get to know the music. So it was like Thizzler was blowing up, and us getting posted on Thizzler was going out, and and like people was like looking at Thizzler and like kind of like the outskirts. You feel me? So that's how I looked at it. Like, you know what I mean? So Thizzler was coming up at that time. Then you got to think about it. DJ A-Man was up at a cameo at that time, and he was playing local music. You know what I'm saying? At late at night, I forgot. Damn, it's late. So it was a lot of things that was popping out at that time to really get things around, you know what I'm saying, make the movement go around fast. So, so it was lit. So you got to think about we partying to these songs, and all of a sudden DJ A-Man got this song, and he's playing it on the radio. And at that time, the radio meant a lot, like, you feel me? So soon as you get played on the radio, it's up, like, you feel me? Then songs just catching on, everything just catching on. Then it get bigger and bigger. We starting to perform at clubs. We starting to go here and there. Then this one time where we all together going to, so like Rants and Love Rants, you know, that was the first song to blow up. So then like we all going to their, you know, to his shows and stuff like that. All of us going to shows because we were excited. Then Swag come out. Then you got to think like, now I got my own shows now and stuff like that. Then the song with P-Lo blow up or something like that. It goes up. So everybody's starting to do their own thing now, and you know what I mean. It just starting to take off. You feel me? So it's just like, I remember seeing us all at one place together. Then we can't go because everybody got their own show now. So it was a beautiful thing, man.
That's the best case scenario, you know? Like, you start off together. It's bittersweet in the sense that, like, when you start off together, you are doing shit together, you're making music together, and
that's what everybody likes to see, too. They like to see everybody together. You feel me? I feel like that's what everybody likes to see. It's like all of us together. And then once you start, individuals start blowing up, they got their own motion. He got a show here, he got a show over there, he got a show over here. They don't really see us together anymore. They might think something happened, but we still all.
That's why I get confused.
Cool and stuff like that, but everybody just doing their own thing.
Exactly,
you know?
man.
And as you do, you know, as you get your own motion, you don't got time to just be in one place all together. One more, you know, niggas ain't just broke in the house. You feel me? Trying to figure out what we're gonna do the next move. Everybody got motion, got something coming in, so we got jobs and duties and responsibilities.
Yeah,
we gotta take up. We gotta take care of. So
I think it was just a sign of your guys' success that HBK wasn't making HBK things anymore, you know? It confuses me when people ask in interviews, like, so was there a break? Like, people are trying to, like, reel out the drama, but, like, nah, dude. What I was able to notice, because you could see it, like, what I was able to notice when you guys weren't doing shit together anymore is that you guys were just on your own wavelength. And that's what we want to see, man. Right. We want to see P-Lo doing his own thing. We want to see Sue doing his own thing. We want to see Sage doing his own thing. Kaylani. We want to see Kaylani doing her own thing. And then, like, you as well, too, bro. And that's just how it is.
Nah, for sure. Like, for sure. And that's just how it is. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, you know, you're supposed to come up as a group, then, you know, do your own thing. You feel me? Because, you feel me, you outgrow certain things. You feel me? People don't got the time, like, to say, and it's hard to get, like, 10 people together all the time. You feel me? Especially grown people together. So it's like, you know, it might be easier to do stuff by yourself. You feel me? You know, and it might work best for you. But we all still talk. We all still pop at each other's shows and do music together still, too. I can call anybody and talk to anyone on there. I can call anybody, communicate with anybody, and pull up. It's always good. It's always love. And it's not nothing bad. It's just people just growing up and doing their own thing.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, you're supposed to grow up, you know, and do your own thing. That's how I feel.
You don't want to be in the same place that you were in 2011, right?
And then everybody got their own personal interests as they grow, you know? You start wanting to do more of this, and somebody don't want to do that. And, you know, somebody want to do this or do that. They have their own path, you know? So.
And then when you guys have the opportunity and the time to come together, like you and You and Pilo just dropped last year, The Equal, right? Movie 2, The Equal. 9 years since the first one, which is like crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out to that, by the way. Your guys' rollout was probably one of the best rollouts I'd ever seen.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Like,
Thank you.
masterfully done, dude. Like, just listening to fucking... Which song is it where the music video is you guys kind of duplicate Friday?
Oh, that's Go Crazy.
Go Crazy.
Mardi Gras,
Yeah.
That's actually going viral right now. It's been going viral for the last maybe 3-4 months. It's always like a new trend to it and stuff like that.
I mean, like, every time I play, I can't not move my body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It started going up in Korea first, and then it's caught on out here. A lot of the K-pop artists was doing it and stuff like that. And
for
then,
real?
Yep. Now it's just like another trend. And then it's like another trend now, like they're doing something to the song now. And I'm just sitting back enjoying it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's like, you know, I was just like, hey, they still fuck with it. If they like it, I love it. You feel me?
Fuck, dude. You got that Korean endorsement? That means, like...
Yeah, it was like I can't remember if it was number 1 or 2 or on the Korean, like, TikTok thing.
That's
stuff like
crazy,
that. I got a
dude.
screenshot, I got to look at it. It was definitely in the top 5, though, for sure. I was like, damn. Like, hey, shit.
Holy shit.
You like it, I love it. You feel me?
I mean, and you guys made that project, you guys rented a house in Vegas for like, a month, and you guys just went ham on the project?
Well, it was like we did 3 sessions. So each one was like at an Airbnb, and then one was at the studios. I forgot the name of the studio, whatever like that. But we had like 3 sessions, and one of the sessions was he rented an Airbnb in Vegas, and we went out there and recorded. I think we was out there for like maybe like 3 days.
Yeah.
Because he went out there for something. I was already out there, and then he rented Airbnb. We ended up recording. Then there was another one where it was like in the hills, I think, and maybe like Hayward or something like that, and record. People like to like rent out Airbnbs and record and stuff like that, and like a whole little space, living space and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, that's his like
that's
his
his
bag.
thing.
Yeah, his thing. Like he'd get like an Airbnb and just set up a studio in there and record and stuff like that. And me and him we have good chemistry, you know, as far as working together. And you know, each beat he pull up, we just knock out a song. You know, and it just goes like that. Like even though we haven't dropped movie in 9 years, I still got music with Pilo throughout the years and stuff.
Yeah.
Like on my projects and producing all their stuff like that. So, yeah.
Wow, dude. I mean, how does it feel that like throughout a decade or more, throughout more than a decade, you've just been making art with the homies? And like that's your living. Like that blows my mind. That's so cool, dude. And it like you coming out of Richmond, representing the Bay Area and showing other artists like it's possible. Just like be smart about it, be good at it, and keep doing it.
Right, exactly. Staying consistent and keeping it up, you know, keeping the good work up, you know what I'm saying? Staying focused and just staying consistent. I feel like that's the key to success. It's just, of course, you have to make quality, but it's just staying consistent. Like, I just got to a point where I'm stable financially with the music, but I feel like I still got a lot of more work to be done.
Yeah.
So
you can't get comfy, man. No one should get too comfortable. That's when you start to go downhill, right?
Unless that's your plan.
Is to go downhill?
No, to get comfortable.
Oh,
you know,
I guess so.
You know, some people don't really care about being the biggest people in the world, or you know, having the most money in the world, or being the most popular. Some people just okay with just living a cool life. Their art can take care of, you know, their necessities, and they kind of don't want to even be, you know, popular or famous sometimes. You know, some people don't even ask for it, you know. As we see, like, some of the most famous people in the world look like I take it as they're miserable. Like, they hate being famous.
They can't even go to a Safeway. Right. They can't go to a Trader Joe's.
Paparazzi following them. Those are the people who seem like the most miserable, or the most, like, I feel like dealing with the most mental issues. You feel me? The super famous people, you know. You guys see them like spiraling out or doing some crazy shit.
Oh, dude, the child stars, like them growing up.
Even those, because I feel like they didn't get a time to really just develop like characteristics, you know?
Hell no, dude.
Like you just put out there, you're making all this money, you don't really know who's in your phase, you know, you ain't really went through those type of struggles to develop, you know, discernment in certain situations.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Sometimes what they're going through is like the first time ever, you know?
Yep.
You know, they haven't never been through a struggle or never have to worry, fell down, or, you know, everything's handed to them. Everybody's telling them yes, you know, to the point where, you know, you might still got that pride where you feel like you're him, and then it's, you know, reality kick in, you know. The checks ain't coming in like how you want to. You're not getting all the access as you want to, you know. Yeah. And then all you probably do is got his money, you know what I mean? But you don't know who fake, who real, you know, who in your corner and stuff, and they're just driving you crazy, and you don't even have like the mental capacity to even just like to understand what you're going through.
Oh, dude, that's what
just like dive into drugs or drinking, and you think that's the way to deal with it instead of just like kind of facing your problems. They got the money to afford stuff like drugs or maybe alcohol.
We hear it all the time.
And they just drinking and thinking that's going to take away their problems until maybe they run into a person like me, like you said, like in the movie. You might get somebody who gives you wisdom or something like that, or you know, read this book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been through this before, you know. And give you some type of guidance, you know, to help you going through what you're going through, or they just really just crash and burn, you know, they end up overdosing or end up getting hooked on this or in and out of jail and stuff like that, you know. That's my, from my observation, that's what I like kind of analyze about it, you know.
Oh, and I agree with that. That's
Unless
why
you have like a good like parent in your life that's guiding you through it. Most of the time, their parent is greedy, stealing the money from you. Like you feel me? You know, it's hella shit like that goes with this being. Like if you really, I remember it's a documentary I watched about like child stars and like why they go spiral out of control or what they've been through, and a lot of them been through a lot of shit too.
Hell
like,
yeah.
You know, just being a little kid, growing up around adults and stuff like that. Some of them taking advantage of you. Some of them going through abuse, but it's all behind the scenes. You see the Nickelodeon documentary, like it's a lot of, you know, shit that they really going through. Like, you feel me?
Fucking, what's
and
his name?
Exposed to a
Dan
lot
Schneider?
of crazy shit. Like, you feel me? So it's like, man, I get it. You feel me? So
that's why I'm grateful for my hardships and having to work for what I have now. And not being just handed things for free growing up, dude.
Because if you will build a tough person, I'm sure you'll make them go through challenges in life and put challenges in their way so they can build this type of callous for their mind. They can build this type of characteristics to know what to do in these type of situations and how to navigate through these type of obstacles that life throws at you. You know? So if I was going to build a tough person, you would most likely make them go through a lot of challenges, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you should, like samurais and shit like that, or Spartans from a young age, they're building them to be tough, building them to go through these type of challenges, throwing them out to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying that you have to do that, but
you're right. With my first children,
the strongest people have been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? They made it through those obstacles, and that's what made them strong. Usually, a lot of what they say weak people haven't been through nothing. You know, so it's like, if you haven't been through nothing, you're not gonna know what to do in these type of situations. You know?
Yeah, dude. Challenges are they're opportunities. They're not bad things. Like even when you fail at something, that is not a bad thing. That's an opportunity to get back up and do that thing better.
And you'll be a dangerous person to be able to embrace your losses and enjoy those, because you know that's only fuel to the fire. That's only gonna make you better. You know what not to do. Now you know how to move. Now you know how to execute. You know what I mean? Losing is not always a bad thing. You know, losing is not a bad thing. If you look at losing as motivation and as far as a process, you're gonna be great.
Oh, dude, yeah, you're right. If you're always embracing your losses, then you're never a loser.
You're never a loser.
Never be a loser.
Because you're really winning, because you're knowing what to do now for the next time.
Every time I fucked up in my life as an adult now, like, yeah, there's going to be, I'll acknowledge the shame, guilt, or like the embarrassment of how I fucked up, but I won't let it eat me for too long. I will be like, I learned from this. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to do it better this time. Right. Whatever the fucking thing is. And I've applied that in my later years, and from that I've found like more recent success, man.
Right.
Because like after that, you're unstoppable, bro. Like you can never lose, man.
You can never lose. I can't wait to fail. Like I tried so many different things. I can't wait to fail, because it's like, you know, that's part of the game. It's what you're learning. It's the process. You know what I mean?
Right, man.
Like I used to be scared of failure, but then I understand like it's no growth if you don't fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to excel. I'm trying to elevate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it the best I can. But if I lose, I take it as just something I just did wrong. It's just redirection. You just learn how to regroup and come up with a better plan. if you can make it through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as challenges in your life, now some things you can't, like, you know, as far as like death and shit like that. But, you know, like as far as just like even just taking losses with family members, you just learn how to, if you're trying to be greater and you're trying to make it to this elite level mentally, you got to be strong enough to be able to deal with things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like I mastered that when it comes to emotions, like how to deal with things, how to deal with death, losing my mom, losing like my stepdad and my dad, like, you feel me? Learn how to deal with death, learn how to be okay with certain things, you know, this is the process of life. And you know how to be strong to be able to carry on, you know, their legacy and continue to be great. You can't let it dig a hole for yourself or become dependent on drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got to be able to make yourself your own crutch, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what the struggles you go through. But, you know, everybody's not mentally strong to be able to handle that, you know? And they got their own way of, you know, being at peace with things, you know?
Yeah.
So as far as me, I'm just, like I said, I'm an optimistic person. So I take my L's as a lesson and use that to win, you know?
Yeah.
For the next time about.
Dude, beautifully said. And thank you for sharing, because there's people out there that need to hear it, man. Like, we are imperfect humans that when we fail, like, you know, I know people have like really fallen into the deep end.
Right.
And they find vices that temporarily just place a Band-Aid on those fucking wounds rather than actually visiting those wounds and trying to heal it directly. They just cover that shit up. And yeah, dude. It's like that's thank you for sharing, man.
Yeah,
Deeply
like I embrace
that.
like heartbreak and like challenges and and stuff like that, because it really gets yourself to, it give you a time to really challenge yourself, look in the mirror and really live up to what you think you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It's time to look in the mirror and face it and overcome them, and then you become great. I want to be great, so that's how I look at things. I don't take my losses as a chink in the armor. I take it as like, it's only time to get better.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that's beautiful. Couldn't have said it better. The way I end these episodes, by the way, thank you very much for coming through, bro. Deeply appreciate it. I end these episodes one of three ways, or we could just end it. So typically I'll have the artist, like, if they want to freestyle, they could freestyle. If they want to spit something written, and like, you know, you could airdrop me a track and we could just play it right here and you could spit. Or I do have a background in comedy improv, and sometimes I'll do an improv scene with my guests. I've done that with I've done it with Loverboy Bass. I've done it with Lil Russell. I've freestyled with Scando. So like, if you want to do any of those.
Wait, what's the background improv?
Oh, so my I do comedy improv. So have you seen like shit like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay.
And sometimes I do that with guests, and it could like have to do with it could be about anything and everything we talked about in today's conversation. And
I'm with that.
Off the top of the dome.
Yep.
I mean, you seem like a funny ass guy, dude. So
I'll be funny. It's times when I'm funny. There's times when I'm chilling. I don't know. I got different moods sometimes.
I mean, that's how it is. You can't just be one thing all throughout.
Yeah.
You're complex. I'm a complex human. I'm not always like in the fucking pocket. Sometimes I'm like sad. Sometimes I'm deep. Sometimes I'm funny.
Yeah.
But if you're down to get a little silly, let's do that.
Come on.
All right. Without further ado, baddies. That's what I call my listeners, because it can't be that bad.
Okay.
It can't be that bad. Oh, wait. Do you want to start it off, or you want me to start it off?
I think you start off.
Oh, you want me to start it off?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. It's John? It's John, right? Mm-hmm. Kool John? Mm-hmm. All right. Sadly, we can't return your safety deposit because you destroyed the house with what I think is 200 house parties. Mm-hmm. There is the ceiling's destroyed. There's no sink intact. No toilet seat exists in none of the bathrooms. There's still a drunk woman in the pantry looking for Cheez-Its. Mm-hmm. So I can't give you your safety deposit. Can you tell me why you think I should give you your safety deposit?
Well, I'm a good person.
Okay. I mean, I believe you're a good person.
Fuck that. That can't be the house. We didn't put that house.
Wait, let's do it again. again. Let's do it again.
Well, I'm a good person.
Wait.
Okay. So do you want me to give your safety deposit back? You want to try it again?
Let's try it again. Wait, okay, hold on. Wait, so when you do the improv, what is it like again? Like
Just off the top of the dome, dude.
Whatever you get, whatever
Nothing's
your first
written.
thought. Your first thought. He talking about. I don't know. He talking about he done rented that. You could have said, "Well, that ain't our place. That's the trap. Wrong customer."
wait, all right. I was trying to catch. So it's like you just talk about anything, and I'm just having a conversation. Do it have to be funny? Do it have to be?
It doesn't have to be funny.
Right.
It could. I mean, sometimes it just leans funny because one of us will eventually say something wild like that.
Just reply back to his story. He giving you the story or scenario, and just reply back to the story.
We're just
Okay.
building a world, you know?
Okay.
Just like
Like-
no
like-
script world building.
Like you
Okay.
could have said, "Shit, I'm Kool John," and that house don't sound like it was cool, so I wasn't in that one. Wrong person.
Okay.
All right. Do you want a new scenario? You
Let's
want
do a
this
new scenario.
New
Go
scenario?
ahead. Yeah.
All right. You want to give us a word to kind of inspire a scenario? And I'll start the scene off. Just any word. I ain't tripping.
How you say aesthetics?
Aesthetics. All right. All right. Kool John, thank you for letting me into your home. I'm Robert, the interior designer that you hired. Now,
Wait,
just tell me.
how you get in my house? I ain't let you in.
I mean, the door was open. The
door was open?
Well, yeah. The door was just. I mean, it was just wide open. I don't know if you had it wide open because it's a hot day, but I just thought I should let myself in.
Who you work for?
I work for Robert Pattinson Interior Designs. You didn't read the email?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm that guy.
you that guy?
I'm that guy.
You that guy?
Yeah, I'm that guy.
I seen you on TV too one time.
Yeah, I got commercials around. I do the hey, I'm Robert Pattinson of Robert Pattinson Interior Design.
Nah, I seen you on like Most Wanted or something like that up in there about a guy who be breaking into people's houses and stuff, trying to give them little bills and stuff and make them pay for stuff.
Okay, all right. I don't really want to talk about that right now. That was years ago.
Oh.
And I don't do that anymore. I'm really just trying to spruce up your lifestyle inside of your home.
Okay. So what they talking about? What I owe?
Well, we don't really know exactly yet until you tell me what you want done in your house.
How I know this not a scam?
I have business cards. If that makes it feel if that makes you feel any better, you could go ahead and read it. Read it out loud, please.
This said something about porn and shit. Like
Oh,
that,
that's the
man.
wrong business card. That's the wrong business card. Oh, damn.
It says so I sell ass for.
All right.
Oh wow! What business are you?
Mr. Kool John, life's been hard ever since I got out of prison, and a guy has to make ends meet.
It said something. It said I'll trade ass for gold, man. Hey, man, don't be. Hey, wrong card. What's the other one? Let me see the other one.
All right, here's the other card.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can read it out. That's me, right? And that one doesn't say ask for gold, right?
Nah, it doesn't say ask for gold, but I think this might be a scam, bro.
You just throwing it up in the air like, well, I had to pay
I
money
think you
for
might
that.
be trying to run some game on me, sir.
I'm not trying to.
I already got my house robbed 4 other times by the same type of company that you saying that you work for.
My question is, why would you let it happen 4 times?
See, this is before I got my ring and my camera. You know?
Well, look at me. Here's my other business card. Read this one.
Okay.
That one's legit, right?
This is legit. I mean, I might have to Google you or something like that.
All right, go ahead and Google me and tell me what you find. Oh, I don't know why you're making
sell
that.
ass for gold. Trade
All right,
ass for gold.
that's just
Yo,
all right.
hey,
That's
man.
just my top. I hate that. That's the first search. You know what? I'll just pack up my things and go. Thank you. I'll take my services elsewhere. End scene. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's improv.
Something like that. Okay.
That's hella funny.
He But no, what did you say? He said, "Oh, I sell ass. I did it. I started in prison." Or something.
I seen you on TV. Weren't you running a scam? I gave you my business card. You said, "Ask for gold." That's comedy gold, guys.
Hey, you got to think quick like that, huh? I remember like that.
I did improv in high school. The only reason I had any game with women was because I did improv, because it told me to get rid of that filter and just talk on my ass. And now, yeah. So it gave me some wit. But then now with that, see, that shit was funny as fuck. I got to do that all throughout high school and college. And like, you just laugh with your homies, bro.
All right. You want to try one more time?
Fuck yeah, if you down.
All right. Just in case we can take a couple that you can take from me. Just in case I was too vulgar.
Where the restroom at?
The restroom's down the hallway to the left.
Oh, excuse me too. I had to use your memorabilia. You got hot as fuck.
It got hot, yeah, because we're laughing. You were wearing a jacket.
I know. I started getting hot. I said,
Looking like you about to cruise.
Here, we'll turn on the fan right now. It's the end of the episode. Might as well turn on the fan. All right, so another improv scene. Shit, what are we gonna do? Do you want to start it off?
Yo, what's up, man? My name is Rob.
Rob, how's
I'm
it going?
interested in doing a podcast with you, man.
What was that?
I'm interested with doing a podcast for you, man. I heard you got a good platform, and I'm trying to put my music out there.
All right, Rob. What's your name on distro? What is it? Let me just look it up real quick.
It's called Robbie69.
Robbie69. That's a very descriptive.
Rob 59.
All right, Robbie69. What says your number one song is 69 in Yo Bish? How's that one go?
Damn. That is rough. You ain't heard it yet?
I could play it. You want me to play it?
We'll play it. I heard that's your favorite song.
Honestly, I have listened to it a few times. I'm familiar with who you are. I'm down to have you on the podcast. Let's play this song live. I be 69, yo, bish. I be 69, yo, bish. She don't 69 this thing. I be throwing her my dick. I be throwing that bitch down motherfucking clip.
Hold on.
What?
I think I might sign you, bro. I think you might be on to something.
You think so?
I think you got some skills.
Cut to Rob69's studio and Christian's in the booth.
You got to cut to the studio. Come on, let's get it in.
All right. So what's the theme of this song?
This song is like shit. Theme of the song is Bayarea Baddies.
Bay Area Baddies? All right. Play the track. Yeah. Yo, that bitch right there, she got a motherfucking fatty. She from Richmond, she a Bay Area baddie. Throw that thing back in the motherfucking club. Get some cocoa butter lotion. It's her booty that I rub. I'm like, damn girl, what the fuck you wanna do tonight? We get up under the covers and we start to hiss and fight. It's just off the top of the dome, man. It's just off the top of the dome, bro. I don't even know, man. It's just off the top, man.
I'm fucking with that, man.
All right, you want to try? You want to get in the booth? And scene. Oh, dude, that was fun as fuck.
Hey, I gotta try this improv thing. This is pretty cool.
Dude, just do improv with your homies, bro. Or if you ever want to come back, we could try it again.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun as fuck, dude. You just missed it. He had me freestyle in the booth.
I didn't. That's why I didn't come in. I was on the shit. I thought if I opened the door to mess it up.
Nah, it's good, dude. We're at the end of the episode. I'm blasting the fan. We're gonna get out of here so we can get you guys in cool weather. Kool John, thanks for coming through, man.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
That was you dropped a lot of gems. We had some fun at the end. Before we get out of here, I just have one last thing to ask while you look into the barrel of the camera. Just leave my listeners, the baddies, leave them with the phrase, a saying, a piece of advice that they could go about their day with that reminds them that it can't be that bad.
Man, if you woke up today, man, you blessed. Take advantage of the day. Stay consistent. And stay positive.
Beautiful, man. Till next time, man. Whatever you need from me, you know my skill set. If you need me to pull up to the studio and help you document with my cameras and mics or anything like that, I got you, man. Like, however I could support the journey, because we all here together, man. We're trying to push this Bay Area culture, and dude, it's a blessing and an honor to have you here. I've been slapping your shit for damn near like 13 years, bro. Yeah, since Blue Hunnets, yeah, since movie part 1. Since all that shit, since my college parties that I used to go to.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, your bars have been stuck in my head, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. On August 31st, I'm throwing like a little day party in Richmond and stuff at the backyard. If you're not doing anything, you want to come through, get some content, come fuck with me.
Oh shit, that's just like next week.
That's like next week. But
Holy
if you ain't doing nothing, it's a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get some content, come through, chill or something like that.
It's on a Sunday.
If you're free, slide through.
Okay, all right. I'll let you know. I think I'm coming back from Temecula that day for a wedding. So
okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
if I get back in
if
time.
you can. It's gonna be more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
For
tap
sure.
in whatever I could do to help with future events, bro.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, till next time, bro.
Thank you, bro.
All right,
Yep.
baddies, you guys know where to find me. You guys know where to find the podcast because you're already here. Peace, love, and bye.
It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.